But if we get a centre half in and we get Isak in, I'm not cocky, I'm just very confident in saying I think we'll win the league. I'm back here again today. So after yesterday's result, it got me thinking about how are we fixed for the season as far as depth in the squad. As you know, we were very bad yesterday, Liverpool in defence. Look, it's not often Van Dijk. Look, he was the fault of obviously the penalty, giving away the penalty, and he was out of position for the goal. Look, he's been the best defender in I think the world for the last 5-6 years. So we can't go too hard on him for one game, and that happens. That's football, and there's no better man to try and get back on it himself, because I'd say he's his own biggest critic, and I'm sure he'll be gunning to get back. But it just made me think about where we are defensively. Now this is an app I just downloaded because it's better for me if I can show you visually what I'm thinking for the season, and see how we're fixed. Unfortunately, obviously Jota died, which rest in peace to him, and we lost Diaz and we lost Darwin Núñez. So it gets you thinking up front, where are we up in the attacking area, and also defensively we're pretty short. So anyways, just for now, let's look at what we have. Now, yesterday, this is the way he's lined up. Now, I don't know if that's for the season or not, as far as, he's going to be, obviously not for the whole season, but I'm sure he's thinking of this formation. This could be in what he's thinking. And at times he'll probably be playing 4-3-3, or whatever way you want to say it, 4-2-1-3, depending on what players you've on the pitch. But say, this is the way he lined up yesterday. Obviously, Ekitike, he was the spearhead, right? Now, obviously, this is why they're linked with Isak, because I'm thinking this is the formation they could be lining up with. Now, look, as I said to you before, I don't like talking about rumours, but I would say this is the idea to get Isak in, and this lad will be, he'll play, they'll be rotating. There's a long season, there's loads of games, they'll get plenty of games each. So, this is what we're looking like up at the moment up front. Now, we have no one already to take his position if he goes with this formation. Now, obviously Salah's always going to be playing around this area, no matter what. If you're playing 3 up front, or the way they line up, or whatever. But Salah will always be around this area. So let's just say that's Salah's position for the season, okay? There's not going to be much moving around there. So let's cement him in there. He's definitely going to be a starter every game. As long as we've seen it, he doesn't even take him off. So, he's playing every game. So, barring he gets injured, which we hope he doesn't. So, he could obviously still put Ekitike in centre and Gakpo, we'll just say for now. Now, position here at Rio, which is a great little player. I love him. I think he's a super player. He's going to be a super player as well. But he won't be getting many. Well, he'll get a bit part this season, but I don't think he's going to be playing a lot of games because of the fact he's very young, and they'll slowly bring him in. But he's definitely covered. And I have a feeling they're going to hold on to Chiesa. So I'm thinking Chiesa is... this app is driving me mental. Did he pop up there, Chiesa, did he? We'll just say, yeah, Chiesa is going to be cover for him as well this season. I think now. Barry brings in someone else, but I just think that's what it's going to be. It'll sue him. Now, Chiesa will be going to the World Cup in Italy. He wanted to be going to the World Cup for Italy in this summer or next summer. So does he want to leave and play more games? Possibility. But I think we're very light up here at the moment. I just can't see him. I just think he's going to be still there. I think he's a good player if he's up to speed and he's not injured and that. I like him as a player, I won't lie. But, he seems to be way off the pace for now. Well, obviously with lack of games and stuff. But that's our cover, I think, for up here. Okay? Now, you can play Ekitike. He can play up here too, they say. Which means, obviously not centre. Who's going to be centre? Will Worst be in a 4-3-3 at times, and he'll be dropping deep like the Firmino role you've seen before? That's a possibility. But as of now, It'll probably be, Ekitike will be just around these positions, I think. Now, we've plenty of cover here anyways. I'm just thinking if it's a case that we're short on players, Ekitike can do there. He might play Wirtz here, Gakpo even, and Salah. So, we're covered along this, obviously, this area. Well covered. Centre, it just can be Ekitike at the moment or Wirtz. I know he's played well yesterday against Palace, Ekitike, but if he doesn't perform and if the pressure goes on and he's not getting goals and that, then we're lacking here. We need an out-and-out goal scorer. I believe Salah won't get the amount of goals as he got in the last few seasons. I've said this before and I've been wrong a few times because I'd always thought I'm waiting for Salah to dip. And the back end of last season, he actually did have a dip where he was very, very, very poor. Like if Salah, I've said this yesterday. If Salah's not scoring, he's not really playing well either. It's nearly a thing, But I think, everyone is going to have to chip in with goals. Now I said yesterday also we'll get goals this season from different positions, and I think we will. But if Ekitike doesn't hit the ground running, which he played well yesterday, but one game, the same way Van Dijk played bad, this can all switch. If he doesn't score the amount of goals this season that we hope him to do, and Salah is off the pace, we're really goosed. Because Gakpo will get you so many goals. Chiesa, I don't know how often he'll play, but will he be a natural goal scorer? I don't think so. So we're definitely needing to buy it. It looks like we need it looks like we need Isak, basically. We need Isak. So there should be, I'm hoping there's more business before the deadline. So, as I said, if Salah gets injured, now Salah never gets injured to be fair, but I just think that there's going to be a drop off from him. I could be wrong and I hope I am, but we need goals from other positions. Ekitike, we will see. Hopefully hit the ground running. But if we get Isak, that changes everything because he's a natural goal scorer and he will score loads of goals and will be fine. Just with that one signing, I think. Now, I bring Chiesa back here. Now, Wirtz, where's he going to be playing this season? Obviously you can see him on the pitch like he does. He picks up all these positions here in the pocket. When midfielders and all are pushed up, he's a great man to link up, giving balls into him here. He's a great man to go into them positions. This is going to be his position to play all season, whether he's coming from centre forward or whether he's just pushing from here. But he's definitely going to be in around these pockets because that's what he does. He's so good at linking up and seeing a pass. Obviously, he'd be in these areas when the ball is with the opposition and stuff. And again, he can put. Oh, you bastard! He can hit positions or balls over here. He's a class act. So he is a guaranteed starter, obviously, for the season. I'm all over the place here now, sorry. Wirtz, sorry. So this will be his position in all season, taking up all these positions. Right. Szoboszlai Jones, this is going to be rotated, obviously, between McAllister. I'm not going to put him out there, between McAllister and Gravenberch, okay? Shite. I swear to God, the iPad drives me mental. It fucking does me head in, these iPads. So anyways, in these positions is Szoboszlai, Jones. I'm just going to leave these up here, okay? McAllister. Gravenberch. This drives me up the wall. I'm just showing you where we are for positions. Again, that's what it's going to be all season. We don't play 4-4-2. We don't obviously play 3-5-2. This is going to be a 3 in midfield all season. And I'm just making sure that we're not Endo's here. But Endo obviously will be put into centre half at times. And Elliot, I'm forgetting about Elliot actually. Elliot will not be that option for Salah. So maybe he will hold on to Elliot. I can't believe I never thought of him. But yeah, Elliot will be covered for Salah at times. But as you can see here, look at our midfield. These are the boys who are going to be on rotation all season, but the looks of it. I don't think I'm missing anyone else. I think that's it as far as midfield. Are we all right here? I think so. I think we are. We're not light. He's only going to be playing 3, so it's always going to be them 3. If he's really stuck at times, I'm sure he can bring Wirtz back. Oh man, sorry about this now. This is driving me up the wall. This is very sensitive, this app. It's stupid actually. If he needs to bring Wirtz back further through the season, he will actually. So into 3, he won't. But if he's ever stuck, he will. So we're all right, I think, in midfield. Up front, we're lacking a small. I think we're. Yes, we have Elliott coming off the right with Salah. We've Ekitike up there on his own. As I said, if he plays this formation that he had yesterday, and Gakpo from the left, Rio and Chiesa. I'd like to see Isaac coming on. I hope he does. I really, really do. Because then that would obviously give us 2 centre forwards, and the fact that Ekitike can come off the left too, if he needs to put him in a starting lineup along with Isaac. Now the obvious thing, where we're lacking. Now I'm getting these off the pitch here, if it works for me. Right. This is where we're in trouble this season. Robertson is cover for Kerkez, okay? Or you could say Tsimikas. Now, one of them is going, I think, before this, well, in the next couple of weeks, whenever this transfer deadline is finished. The 1st of September, is it? But anyways, one of them is definitely going. Because I can't see him having cover for left full. I can't see him having 2 players covering for left full. Now, if you watch pre-season, Robertson was playing centre half to do a job, but that's bad if we're asking him, because he's not a centre half, and if we're asking him to do a centre half's position is going to be is a big ask. I think Tsimikas is going now. He may be linked. I thought someone heard someone saying yesterday, Forrest. I don't know why was Forrest linked with him. I haven't been looking at news since last night. I haven't, or this morning even. So forgive me if he is linked or he's not gone definitely yet. But I think Tsimikas could be gone, and he'll be thinking of Jones cover for left full for Kerkez. Jones is on a slight decline. We know that. That's part of football. We know that. But Kerkez is going to be the starter there. Make no mistake about it. Robertson will be cover, I think. And if ever he's stuck, he might throw him into centre half because of the fact he was playing him in pre-season. So I'd say Tsimikas is gone. Are we all right for left full? We are. We're okay there. I'm happy with that. Van Dijk. What can you say about Van Dijk? Unbelievable player. Hopefully he doesn't get injured this season, because that's what we'll be devastated if he gets injured, and we're really, really stuck if he gets injured. Yesterday, it happened. It's football, but I expect a good season now of Van Dijk this season. If we have him all season and he goes without getting injured, we'll be all right. But there's no guarantee with that. Same with Kanata. I love Kanata as a player. Kanata's a big, strong lad, and I like him on the ball. I think he reads the game well when the ball, especially when there's attackers from the opposition getting into positions behind, we'll say into the corners or stuff. He's a great man to read it. Them balls we're covering, so he's great to get into these positions. And Shepherd now, he's mostly over here covering for right full if they're pushed on, but he's a great man to see a pass coming from the other side. And a strong player, and I like him. Again, if he doesn't get injured, we'll be okay. But, it's a big ask to ask these 2 lads to play the whole season, even without being injured. And this is where we're going to be lacking. Right full, Frimpong. I'm very happy with him. I was happy with him yesterday. Going forward, I think he's brilliant. Defensively, I think he's going to be good as well. We're going to see as the season goes on. Bradley is a super. I actually always really like. I like Bradley big time. I like his nastiness. I like the fact that he wants to win. He's that real Irish terrier thing in him. He's really. gritty. I like that, in the game. So I'm happy with Bradley as long as he's not injured. He does seem like a player that's actually injury prone, and he's only a young lad. But I hope not. I hope he's there because he will play. He's going to play a few games this season. Which actually just reminds me there. I think I heard Slot talking during a press conference the other day that he could sometimes play Frimpong up here. Now, I don't know how often that is, but I did hear him say he could play him further up the pitch. Because I can't see it being here out of 3. Because I think they'll be more like that. But we'll see. But he will, he could play him further up the pitch, he was saying at a press conference. But are we all right here? Yeah, I'd say we are. The fact that Bradley's injured at the moment, but when he comes back, hopefully he stays injury free. Between him and Frimpong, I'm hoping they can get through the season. Okay. But as we know, that's not reality. So I'm thinking if someone gets injured, what are we going to do? So, right, we have Gomez. Right, injury prone player too. Love Gomez, I really do. I love him as a player and what he's done for Liverpool for the last 7-8 seasons. More, he's been there maybe, I'm not sure, but he's been there for a long time. I can't tell you exactly the length of time, but he's always been, I don't know, a true blue. Like, he's just been there, reliable, can play any position. He can play left full. I've seen him play left full, right full. If he's not injured, he's a great player to have in your team still. And he could start games as well. But again, I'm worried about his injury record. So we're really relying on Van Dijk and Konate not to get injured. Where else? Endo can go back into centre half. I don't even know why I'm doing this, but anyway. So Endo can go into centre half as well. But again, it's not his natural position. I think he likes playing in this position. This is, with 2 centre halves behind him, because he does get caught for pace. And if he's the last man, he'd have to be relying on a high line at all times, because and hoping for the offside because he's not getting back. He'd be relying on Van Dijk to get back. I can't see it. So I think we're very light at centre half position. Yes, Endo can cover, but I don't think it's enough. I just think a bit part in 1 or 2 games he can do a job. But over the course of a season, or over the course of 10, 15 games, we're in trouble if we get an injury. What else have we got? I'm just trying to think here. So Van Dijk, yeah. So this is a position I'm surprised Liverpool haven't fixed in the. I just don't mind this now. Fixed during this summer transfer market, because we're very, very light in defence, and if we get an injury, we're in trouble. I'm just going through here, players. Gravenberch, Bradley, we went through these. Gravenberch obviously is going to be a part of that midfield. I said that in 9 to 5. The 5 midfielders we have for the season. Yeah, Tsimikas I think is Tsimikas, I can't see him staying. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I've left anything out as far as cover. I'm more worried about up here, in defence. I'm more worried about here. If Konate gets injured, Van Dijk gets injured, we're in big trouble. And that's why we need a centre half. I think we really need a centre half. Konate could. I don't know if he's going to sign a new contract, but that's next season. I shouldn't be worrying about that. But yeah, we're very, very light here. We need a defender. Like, think about it. That's all well and good now. We're saying, yeah, we're okay. It's a long season and lots of stuff happens during a season, and it can be stressful as a football fan, especially like for your own team. Every player or every fan wants to see their team do well in the transfer market, but not everybody can. But Liverpool are in a position now where they have money and they're spending. And now I know they're always looking for their right player, but I'm just hoping we don't start this season and that we're light. If we get caught past September 1st, I'm going to be worried. I won't say cocky, I was so confident that we're going to win the league. And we're definitely up there. We're definitely going. No, I'm still confident we're going to win the league. But that's in the hope that we're still going to do a small bit of business before September 1st. Alisson, top class. Again, yesterday, he had a good game yesterday. Alisson's unbelievable. We will never have to worry about that position. And obviously, you have the substitute keeper here. He's covered for Alisson. I'm sure he'll get games the same way Kevin Keller got games. You know, but Kevin Keller is that good if he needs football every week. So this fella will be covered for Alisson. We're fine there. So defensively, we need. That's not my priority. That will be my priority first. And if we get Isak, that would be great. But who knows? Just said I'd make that quick video. And yeah, tell me what you think if you can. Yeah, so let's hope we get someone in now in the next few days and the stuff happens, because we're so close to where I'm going to be very, very happy with our team. And we're so close. We're 1 or 2 signings. And I know it's easier said than done. But if we get a centre half in and we get Isak in, I'm not cocky. I'm just very confident in saying I think we'll win the league. So anyways, we'll leave it there and we'll talk to you soon. Good luck.